That music was intense. Anyway, welcome back to the Hippo Triathlon channel. I have been away for, well, quite some time. I've been on the wrong side of depression, but I'll cover that in another video very soon. This video is more about my race, so ATW Aquabike, because I still can't run yet, so I decided to go for the Aquabike. Well, we'll start the swim. So it was a very fresh morning, talking, well, the water was, I think, 14 degrees, maybe a bit, like a touch over, so it was very cold. I think they even offered to not for people to just do half the swim because they were worried about the cold. So I got in, off I went, and the first 200 meters was just a pure panic attack. I don't know if it was the cold, not being in the water that much, or what, but I was struggling to breathe, having to stop, breaststroke. Didn't even think I was going to make it around the lap, to be honest with you. But it settled after a while, and I felt okay. I felt all right. And managed to get out. I think it was 44 minutes in the end, which is terrible. I was aiming off at 40 because I wasn't sure where I was going to be. But yeah, the second lap, it was an Aussie exit. Never done one of those before, so that was all right. And then head off into transition area. I had a struggle getting a wetsuit off, so it's an old wetsuit, but it got hooked. So I managed to get somebody to help me. Could tell I was very rusty, and I've not raced in over a year and a half. So yeah, it was a bit ropey going through because I wasn't very good. On the bike, I felt okay. I didn't feel bad. I got my nutrition sorted. I was happy with where I was going and what was I was aiming for. So I was aiming off for about 3 hours for it was about 91k. So I was aiming for sort of like 18 to 20 miles an hour. I go off that because I don't have a power meter as of yet. So I just go off that and go and feel how I feel. So everything was going well. Nutrition was all right. I was keeping on top of it. I was at sort of 19 miles an hour. So I was just sort of happy with where I was sat. And then things started to get a bit hard. I started to feel like I was sort of bonking, blowing up a little bit. I don't know why. I was just feeling a bit thing. So that got to what, about 25 miles. So about just under halfway. There's a feed station, and I stopped there. Got some extra gels because I'd gone through quite a few, and I was like, I'm ahead of what I should be having. Grabbed some more fuel and water and things, and carried on. I could hear something on my bike, ting, 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 ting. Didn't know what it was. Stopped at the top of this hill, and a spoke had gone on my wheel, which then was causing the wheel, obviously, buckled from it, so it was doing this, and it was catching the brake every time. I released the brake, but it carried on sort of still catching. I couldn't get it away far enough, so it was just catching it. I probably did that far too long then. So tried again to push on, but I was expelling a lot of energy for absolute naffle return. So I just decided, I sort of sat up a little bit, dropped the gears down, made it easier, sort of I ended up sitting around 15 miles an hour, and came in at just over 3.5, 3:33 I think it was. So overall, time-wise and stuff, and hitting that snags and these things, not the best of days, but I'm proud that I've managed to get back in and get into it, because I've had a real struggle finding sort of consistency and stuff, and I think it has given me a little bit of a push now that I definitely need to, if I want to continue racing, then I need to be a bit more serious about myself, and get back to it. And obviously running will come with it, and the weight loss that I need. If you look at some of the pictures that I'll put in it towards the end, it's definitely a kick in the teeth seeing myself like that and how I've let myself go. But I understand the reasons. I know there's reasons, and that's all that matters really to me. But I managed to get out there, still continue on. I could have not finished a swim quite easily. I got into over my head, but I managed to overcome that bit of mental resilience. And the same on the bike. I could have just got back down to the aid station and said, my spoke's gone, I'm calling it a day. Managed luckily to keep riding with it It wasn't like it wasn't massively wobbly or anything. It was just catching. So yeah, it wasn't catching massively, but it was just making me burn matches. I'm glad I didn't have a run at the end. I'll be honest. It was starting to heat up real big, but the guys looked really fast out there. I saw Tom Sargent, and he looked rapid out on the bike, looked fast, and I know he went on to win it in a really, really, really respectable fast time. So congrats to Tom. But I think that's it from this one today. And there's going to be more coming. I'm going to document more training now, and I'll talk about, there's a couple of videos, one about what races I've got coming up, because I've started to book more now that I'm getting a bit of a bite for it, and talk about where I've been and what I've been doing and the lead up to this point, and then what I'm doing going forward. So look forward to that. Got anything to ask me in the meantime, obviously put stuff in the comments, and obviously like and subscribe. One last thing on that, I'd just like to say thanks to a few extras, all the subscribers that stayed with me, but the few extra, I think when I stopped sort of putting videos out, I had 108, I've now got 113, so that's gone up without me doing anything. So I really appreciate people who've found videos and watched them and then subscribed. So hopefully I can repay you by giving you some more content and a few more videos into what it's like being an amateur triathlete and trying to get yourself back to the level of fitness you were before you had surgery. So I just want to say thanks for that, and I'll see you next time.